of 84. What are the numbers? So to start with, we need to figure out how to name numbers that differ by 5, right? So let's just say the first one is n. We'll call that the first number. Then what is the second one? Yeah, I know you might think that, but when they say differ, list it as n minus 5. The other one. If they have a product of 84, how can we set this up? Product means what, folks? Yep. Those are the two numbers that differ by 5 and have a product of 84. So we're going to start by multiplying it out and then subtracting our 84 over. N squared minus 5n minus 84. Does everybody see how I just moved it over? You don't have to make a big production out of it. Factors of 84 that have a sum of -5. You could figure it out on your own, but for sake of time, it's 7 and -12. 7 and -12. So solve both of them. You're going to get n plus 7 equals 0 and minus 12 equals 0. So in this case, n is -7. And in this case, n is positive 12. So if I have a -7 and I subtract 5 from it, I have a -12, right? And if I have 12 and I subtract 5 from it, it's 7. Those are the two sets of numbers that differ by 5 and have a product of 84. Okay? Let's do something different. Let's do something that has to do with triangles. This one's kind of fun. Most of you have had geometry, so this shouldn't be too bad. The shorter leg of a right triangle is 17 centimeters less than the longer. If the hypotenuse is 25 centimeters, what is the perimeter of the thing? Okay, so there's my right triangle. The shorter is 17 centimeters less than the longer. So you can either make this n and this n plus 17, or you can make this n and this n minus 17. Do you have a preference? I'm a plus or 2. Yep. That's what I would do as well. And the hypotenuse, which is the side that is across from the right angle, is 25. So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay. If the hypotenuse is 25, find the perimeter. So what we're looking for is the value for n. And I don't know if you guys remember the Pythagorean theorem, but legs squared added to the other legs squared, that should be a B, is equal to the hypotenuse squared. So, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right, let's plug in values. Let's make N, and let's make N plus 17, and that. Get out your calculators, folks. And I promise you, somewhere along the way, we're going to be able to do some work, hopefully, to make this a little easier to solve. So the first piece squared is N squared. The second piece squared is N squared plus 34N. What is 17 squared? 289. And what's 25 squared?
625.
Good. So let's start cleaning this up. 2n squared plus 34n. Carter, subtract 625 minus 289.
Yeah, where did 34 come from? It's 336.
A squared plus twice the product of A and B. So I FOILed it. A squared twice the product of A and B gives you the middle piece, and then B squared. So you said the difference was what?
336.
Minus 336. And that's 289. So I subtracted over the 625, and that gave us that, right? All right. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, but if you have a coefficient that's even and it can be divided out or factored out, do it. 2n squared plus 17n minus, what's 336 cut in half? 168. And when you then solve all of your factors, obviously we have yet to factor this, but when you solve all your factors, 2 equaling 0 is never true, so 2 kind of just falls out. But we're left with factors of this that have a sum of that. Ugh. Oh, and I usually just start putting stuff in a calculator. 14 and 12, no. 21. What'd you say? 24, 7. Yeah, 24 and 7 will do it. N plus 24. N minus 7 and 2. This is now the proper factor. Solve each piece for 0. I'll show it just for fun. 2 equals 0? No, that's false. So you're done with that. N plus 24 equals 0. N minus 7 equals 0. N is negative 24 or N is 7. Which of these can you automatically throw out? Gone. So, if N is 7, then that means the measurements are 7. What's 7 plus 17? And 25. What do they want to know? Rhymes with perimeter. Perimeter. Yep. So 49 plus 7. Woo, girl. 56 centimeters is exactly right. 56 centimeters. Okay. I will let you guys go ahead and have the rest of this time to yourselves. Thank you.